Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Stephen Dean. I'm the Vice President of Corporate Development here at Provincial Aerospace. Premier Dunderdale, Ministers of the Provincial Cabinet, members of the Government Caucus, and representatives from the following companies: C&W Industrial Fabrication and Marine, Verafin, Memorial University, Blue Drop Performance Group, Imagine Snowboards, Best Boy Entertainment, Subsea Imaging, and of course our own Provincial Aerospace. Invited guests, welcome to Provincial Aerospace. Thank you very much for coming. From Provincial Aerospace's perspective, we very much appreciate the Premier and Government leading the charge in promoting innovative and successful businesses around our province. This is a very positive campaign they are launching. As a company, we typically like to stay below the radar, which is a little ironic because, as you can see from the surveillance aircraft over here, our crews are always flying on top of the radar, which is belly mounted. With that said, we're more than happy to participate in this endeavour and sincerely thank the Premier and her government for the initiative, and we're really delighted to be part of it. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our Premier, Kathy Dunderdale.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Stephen. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to see you all. I've been looking forward to this launch for some time, and I want to thank very much the team here at Provincial Aerospace for hosting today's event. And it's wonderful to be joined by so many of the enterprising innovators who have positioned Newfoundland and Labrador not just locally, but globally at the leading edge of the frontiers of growth. We have an amazing story to tell, and who better to tell that story than those whose ingenuity and drive is writing it. Newfoundland and Labrador is leading the entire country this year in economic growth. Major projects in our resource sectors have boosted capital investment to record levels, spinning off opportunities into one field and one region after another, and with even greater opportunities emerging on the horizon. Confidence and optimism looking forward is strong. We recognize the powerful impact our innovators are making through their success, especially in rural communities, where the strength of ventures like these is the key to anchoring youth and driving population growth. Nothing can drive growth more effectively than the entrepreneurial spirit. But we also recognize that we, as a government, have a vital role to play in nurturing and strengthening our province's innovators. We recognize the difference we can make by partnering to create the best possible conditions for visionaries like these to succeed. Whether it's through supplier development initiatives, requiring large companies operating in resource sectors to provide business access strategies, supporting export development activities, or the almost $120 million we have invested since 2005 in business development programs and services. Our government is working and determined to do even more to open as wide as possible the door to new opportunities for entrepreneurs. We as a government are ready to engage our innovators as never before to drive an era of creativity and growth. We are ready to work with you as partners because you are the true driving force of the growth that Newfoundland and Labrador is hungry to see. It is you and innovators just like you here today who are making our province an incredible place to live, work, and do business. As Premier, I believe it is imperative that the people of our province know your stories. It is for this reason that I am pleased to announce a new approach that will make this happen, the Innovation Lives Here campaign. Just think of the many incredible stories emerging from all over the province that demonstrate innovation, tenacity, and that special spark we have as Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. Our young people need to hear these stories and be inspired by them and the amazing things that you are doing. We need to share your enthusiasm, your vision, your approach, and your passion for success. And we also need to share our stories across the country and around the world, not just because we are all so proud, and we are that, but to tell our fellow Canadians and the rest of the world that we have discovered the secrets to success and we are open for business. That is how we do it. Through the Innovation Lives Here campaign, our government is launching a movement to celebrate those successes and to acknowledge those like you who are excelling in innovation. We are going to tell your stories, share your journey, and light the fire of inspiration and self-confidence in others. The Innovation Lives Here campaign will be energetic, story-focused, and a true reflection of our province's success. It will promote the pioneering work being done by entrepreneurs and visionaries, leading-edge industries, and research institutions throughout Newfoundland and Labrador. We are showcasing the diversity of Newfoundland and Labrador's business community. Whether they specialize in marine surveillance or film and television production or the development of highly technical software, companies throughout our province are breaking new ground, achieving phenomenal successes and contributing enormously to the growth of our economy and communities. Every one of those accomplishments and successes drives home the truth of the message that, regardless of who you are and where you are from, there are no bounds to your potential and no limits to how far you can take it. Sector by sector, you are proving it, and it's time to celebrate it. The Innovation Lives Here campaign will feature many of Newfoundland and Labrador's most inspiring success stories, including those of Provincial Aerospace, Imagine Snowboards, Best Boy Entertainment, Subsea Imaging, C&W Industrial Fabrication and Marine Equipment, Verafin, Memorial University, and Blue Drop Performance Group. Newfoundlanders and Labradorians will start seeing some of these fantastic stories today. Stories that will inspire and motivate them, while at the same time sending a clear message beyond this province that Newfoundland and Labrador is a destination of choice to live, work, invest, innovate, and succeed. The future of our province is in good hands. It holds tremendous promise and boundless potential. Innovation is alive in this place and thriving. Thank you so much, all of you, for partnering with us to tell Newfoundland and Labrador's incredible story as we prepare to take our story and our success to new heights. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Premier Dunderdale. I think everyone in the room is very excited about this initiative. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Paul Lane, MHA from Mount Pearl South and Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Innovation, Business and Rural Development. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Lane.
Thank you, Steve. It's certainly an exciting time to live and work in Newfoundland and Labrador. The economy and the business environment in Newfoundland and Labrador is thriving, and there are great successes happening right here in our province. Innovation Lives Here provides an opportunity for our business leaders to tell their stories. So without further delay, let's see just what this campaign is all about and take a look at the first spot, which features Provincial Aerospace. Provincial Aerospace is a world leader in maritime surveillance, working with governments and militaries around the world. Uniquely positioned in the marketplace as a full-service aerospace and defence company, Provincial Aerospace leads the way with innovative mission system designs and integration, aircraft modifications, surveillance operations, logistics, and in-service support. Let's take a look.
Off the coast of Newfoundland and Labrador, you're flying in the harshest environments in the North Atlantic. We are one of the only full-service aerospace and defence companies in the world. We design an aircraft, we modify an aircraft, we integrate it into the systems on board. We then train people, and we actually fly the missions ourselves. Doing all aspects of that makes us very unique, and the people that work here are very innovative and creative. A problem is only a solution waiting to happen.
I would now like to welcome Derek Scott from Provincial Aerospace to say a few words about their work and successes. Derek.
Well, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'll be the first person to admit that this is the first time I've seen the finished product, and I got to say I'm very impressed. It's actually fantastic. Thank you very much. So thank you again, and good morning. We are definitely very honored to have been selected to be part of this innovation campaign here this morning. And as Paul was mentioning, Provincial Aerospace is definitely recognized as one of the world leaders in airborne maritime surveillance. As you can see from the video you just saw and from the aircraft we have on display here this morning, we do incorporate highly sophisticated equipment on board various aircraft types and provide airborne intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance solutions for governments and militaries around the world for applications such as maritime law enforcement, sovereignty patrol, and search and rescue. What differentiates us, though, is that we are a vertically integrated aerospace and defense company with expertise in aircraft modification, mission systems integration, in-service support, and special missions aircraft ownership and operation. We are the only company in the world that has been able to vertically integrate these core competencies into a single point of accountability for our customers, which contributes to minimizing the program risk and maximizing their mission success. We obtained this experience and expertise right here in Newfoundland and Labrador. It has been a fantastic place to learn and operate from. With our harsh environment, we always say that if you can successfully perform surveillance missions over the North Atlantic, you can absolutely do it anywhere on the face of this planet. The Newfoundland and Labradorians we employ here really capture the innovative spirit of the province and are key to our success in this industry. We're extremely proud to tell people everywhere in the world that our home is here in Newfoundland and Labrador. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Derek. Now let us turn to Imagine Snowboards. Based in Port-au-Port and established in 2011 by Mike Maddock, Marcel Savidon, Steve Wheeler, Imagine Snowboard is carving out a big name for themselves in the snowboard industry by building custom snowboards using local resources and innovative, environmentally sustainable materials. Fueled by a passion for the environment and the local community, currently Imagine boards are being distributed to retailers in Corner Brook, St. John's, as well as retailers in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Alberta. Let's take a look.
There's freedom of space here, freedom of time.
Our innovativeness really comes from our passion for the sport.
Well, entering the marketplace, we knew we had to do something different. We want to be a bit greener, more sustainable.
Our biocomposite material has been the most recent of our environmental steps forward.
The passion is being here, being in the local community and living this life while giving back and trying to create something here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mike Maddock from Imagine Snowboards.
I'll keep this very brief. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out and for your time. We just are so elated to be working with the Idea Factory. Actually, let's have another round of applause for them and their amazing work. As Paul mentioned, we've been working diligently in the snowboard industry to bring premium snowboards from Newfoundland out to the rest of Canada, and with our hopes of bringing money back into the country, or back into the province, sorry. Last year, about 50% of our sales were outside of the island, and we're really happy about that and excited to be moving forward and going forward in the market and towards the, the snowboard industry within Canada. We're so excited to be going to the Vancouver trade show this year and fitting in with the rest of the big hitters in this country. So again, we thank you for your time, and we're really happy for everything. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mike. Let's move from the top of the slope to underwater, where subsea imaging is certainly no stranger. Creating innovative and reliable solutions for complex problems that arise in the professional underwater market, subsea's high-resolution underwater cameras and interfacing are unlike anything in the markets. So much so, they are now considered technical leaders in the underwater camera market worldwide. Please join me now in welcoming Ron Collier with Subsea Imaging. Ron.
Actually really happy to see so many people here. It's one of the things I don't think we do enough of, and that's sing the praises of all the things that's happening here and that have been happening for some time in the province. As you'll probably notice from most of the ads, you're seeing a lot of young people that are really the drivers behind some of these new technology companies. The two young folks you saw there, Chad Collett and Adam Rowe, are both from Chance Cove, which is stone's throw from Clarenville, where we're located. And we're very proud to be located in Clarenville, which is, anybody's been there in the last little while will realize it's a very vibrant community. And Memorial Drive is kind of a difficult road to get on these days. This is actually my second experience with a high-tech startup company, and I think I can have talk with some first-hand knowledge of how exciting that is and all the great things that are going on in the province. We currently have sales in over 15 countries, exporting to 30 clients, and we've done that in less than 3 years. So I think that's, and we're one of, thank you. I don't know if this is the appropriate venue, but I'd certainly like to acknowledge the support we've gotten as well from some of the provincial government organizations such as RDC, IBRD, and federally from ACOA and NRC. I have no doubt that we would get to where we are today without the support, but it would have taken a lot longer. And time to market and brand awareness is so critical for new tech startup companies. And I know we're the envy of other provinces in Atlantic Canada who often comment to me, I wish we had the support you guys have from our government. So I think this campaign says it all, that the support we're receiving from the government is really helping us be successful. And I'm looking forward to a really promising future for subsea and for the provincial economy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Now to the TV screens, big and small. What started out as part of a simple product extension using augmented reality for a kids' television series has turned Best Boy Entertainment into an interactive media powerhouse. As a vertically integrated film, television, and interactive media company, Best Boy produces everything from docudrama television to children's television programs and educational games. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Judy Snow with Best Boy Entertainment.
It's a privilege to be here to represent Best Boy at the launch of the province's exciting and important Innovation Lives Here campaign. We produce TV, games, other interactive media, and soon film. I'm speaking to you here today because our CEO was actually in LA at the American Film Market. We started in television more than a decade ago. To date, our company has produced 9 TV series totaling 170 half hours of programming in a wide variety of genres. Everything we do is produced right here and based on our own intellectual property. Early in 2012, we opened a 6,000 square foot TV and film production studio with a 90 by 14 foot green screen studio. We're currently in the process of adding mocap technology, which will allow us to record the movement of objects and people, then use that information to animate digital characters in 2D or 3D animation. Think Avatar and the Adventures of Tintin. And that is with the help of IBRD's Technology Utilization Program. A little over 2 years ago, Best Boy got really serious about interactive media. Global revenues from the gaming industry have soared past $100 billion with no end in sight. Revenues have already hit $2 billion in Canada, and we knew we wanted to be part of it. We started with a seasonal augmented or AR app for iPhones and iPads called Yule Tree. Then we developed a prototype for an AR toy based on our children's TV series, Mickey's Farm. That work landed us the 2012 Provincial Export and Innovation Award. AR is used in books and gameplay, entertainment, military training, engineering design, robotics, manufacturing, and many other industries, and it can bring two-dimensional products to three-dimensional life. It's estimated that less than 1% of AR's potential has been exploited. The projected growth is utterly staggering, and it's going to come fast. From a modest $181 million in 2011 to one forecast projecting $600 billion from AR by the end of 2016. Today, 20,000 people in Canada work in this industry, with thousands of new jobs created every year, some of them right here in Newfoundland and Labrador with Best Boy. AR can be summed up with a single word: opportunity, and we are well positioned to seize a piece of that. Already, we have one ambitious interactive product to market, a sweet little app called Zorbit's Math Adventure for Preschool. It's based on our IP, and it harnesses our company's proven ability to tell a good story. Just as important, it allows children to learn all the math they need to know before they start school, entirely through story and play, and it's the first in a franchise that will extend to grade 12. Best Boy has made an enormous investment of its own in the Zorbit preschool game, but a significant equity investment from IBRD was vitally important, making the province a true partner in this venture. We're already well into development of Zorbit's kindergarten game, which is much more ambitious from a technical and gameplay perspective. And I'd like to just, on a personal note, I actually do marketing for the company, and I'm located in the game studio, where I am exactly twice the average age of our employees. Every step of the way, Best Boy has turned to innovative use of technology to give us a competitive edge and help us grow. And I'm thrilled on behalf of Best Boy to congratulate the project on this incredibly important initiative to showcase what the businesses of this province bring to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy, and thank you to everyone for joining us today. It's important we are aware, recognize, and celebrate the great business successes which are taking place in our province. And it is our hope that Innovation Lives Here campaign will do just that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It's certainly an exciting day here in Newfoundland and Labrador. We couldn't be more proud. Thank you.